Kidda.
Yo, what's up? This is my Bollywood body, and we have a special guest with us. Gulab bhai. We got Gulab bhai.
No, I'm not the guest. He's the guest.
Guys, I'm gonna speak completely Punjabi, so he has no idea what we're talking about.
No idea.
Exactly. Just to say, Eren Legend, world champion, Mr. Physique. And Eren, say a few words to the camera. Oh, great introduction. So we got...
You forgot me, bro. You forgot me totally.
So we got Salu right here. And Eren, you know, my English is not that good, so I'll ask Gulab to ask you a few questions. Before we move on, oh, by the way, it's a back and bicep workout, but first few minutes, a special guest, Gulab, please. Your English is good. You did studies and whatnot.
Guys, we have we have an amazing guest here, Eren Legend. He is... I guess he's a legend. You see, if you listen to his resume, it'll take 5 minutes for him to tell you all the things that he's won. He's won amazing championships. He's an amazing guy, and he has amazing physique. And he's going to teach us a lot about back and biceps today.
And he's the natural physique Canadian Olympian.
He's the only Canadian bodybuilder who actually...
Who can say Kidda?
Olympian.
No, he's the only one that can say Kidda. Nobody else can say
Kidda. And that jacket is, it's not it's a replica, it's a real jacket.
And guys, if you're ever on the street and you meet in India, when he comes to India with us, if you're ever on the street, don't mess with him because he'll punch you out with one of these.
Here you go. And once you win I believe, an Olympia title, you get one of these rings, right?
World champion.
He's a world champion, Sada, world champion.
Canada, for Canada.
Oh, same shit, bro. They don't know shit. It's like, world champion. They don't know anything. Canada, world champion in Canada. What do you think? Like, world champion? Okay, so let's move on. Jokes apart. Now, some guy's gonna write, the video starts at 2:25, so we gotta give you a shout out too in the beginning. So, with that, we're gonna do back and bicep. You gotta make sure you stretch. Stretching makes you less prone to injuries. We always put a lot of emphasis on stretching. So once you're all stretched up, let's start your workout. The first exercise we're doing is we're gonna ask Salu bhai to join us as pull-ups. So we're gonna do 4 sets of 10 pull-ups.
This is gonna be hard.
Salu bhai, आपकी शर्ट पहने हुए नजर नहीं आएगा लोग यार नंगा आपको देखने के पैसे देते हैं. Woo! Look at that.
You got this, bro.
You
got this.
No, bro, not like this. You go like that. Come on. No.
Program.
Look at that. Here you go. And then we're gonna do squats. And then this way.
No, okay. No leg workout for me.
So we're gonna do 4 sets of 10 pull-ups. Let's go, Salu bhai. Keeping the wider grip. You know, we use this kind of attachment. You can actually do it. आपके gym वगैरह में आपको different attachment मिल जाएंगे. But this is very good. जहाँ से bar bend होती है pull-up के लिए वहाँ से आपने पकड़ना है. There's a stretch and squeeze aspect to it. जब आपने ऊपर जाना है, आपने squeeze कराना है. नीचे आना है, आपने stretch कराना है. The whole idea is कि अपने muscle को नीचे लाके ना चीरें. जितना चीर सकते हैं और ऊपर जाके इसी चीज को इकट्ठा करने की कोशिश करें. Keeping your back slanted, tilted, head back. और अगर आपसे इस तरह नहीं होती, आप एक बेंच आगे रख के एक पैर उसके ऊपर रख के भी कर सकते हैं. 4 सेट 10 repetitions with maximum of 45-second breaks in between. Moving on to the second exercise. Now Gulab is going to do lat pull downs. Yo, bro, I can fly too. So now we're going to do lat pull downs. You know the drill. जहाँ से बार बेंड होती है वहाँ से पकड़ना है. अपनी लातें मशीन में फंसा लें. बैक सीधी रखें. Bring it down. जब भी नीचे लाना है, you gotta try to squeeze your shoulder blades together. Stretch all the way up, then squeeze and stretch. Always remember squeeze and stretch aspect, because a lot of the times all the guys do is they just go back and forth and that's it. You're not really doing anything. You gotta make sure every time you work out, आप उस workout से कुछ learn करें. आप इधर अम्बलाना gym में नहीं आते. You actually come to work out. So, jokes apart, when you work out, you gotta make sure your mind is there, your mind is into the workout, you're counting your set, you're counting your repetitions. 4 set 12 repetitions ke lat pull downs. Let's move on to your next exercise, barbell row. So Eren, it's one of the tricky exercises, a great exercise, matter of fact. They say Red Bull gives you wings, that's bullshit, this gives you wings. So this is a great exercise, and now I'm gonna ask brother Eren to say a few words on the stage.
Okay, so when it comes to the barbell rows, guys, you really want to make sure that you have a good stance and foundation. The infrastructure is the most important part. Right from the get-go, feet shoulder width apart, palms facing forward. He's going to trip his back over here. He's going to make sure that there's an arch in that. Going to roll the weight up. If he wants to make it a little bit more difficult, he can lean in and bend while maintaining an arch in his lower back, keeping the scapula retracted, and lift with your elbows. A lot of guys make the common mistake of doing more of a bicep curl. You really want to imagine that there's a string there pulling on your elbow and you're just elevating up. You want to focus on engaging the lats right there. Hold that contraction, slowly bring it into full extension. That's textbook technique right there.
Beautiful. We're going to do 6 sets of 12. Translation, what he said is, "Sare ठीक workout kare karo." I translated it into guys, make sure you do the right workout.
Yes.
It's very simple translation. 6 set of 12 repetitions, keeping your back straight. Let's move on to your 4th exercise. Now for the 4th exercise, we're going to move on to behind the neck, lat pull downs. A lot of the times in the gym, I don't know why, we get a lot of hundreds and hundreds of messages either on WhatsApp or on Instagram that my trainer tells me not to do behind the neck lat pull downs. I mean, if you have a trainer, why the hell are you watching our videos, number one? The trainer is there, you're paying him, freaking listen to that shit. But if you don't have a trainer, then you should listen to us. Because we are the cheapest trainers that can come across. You know, there is no money you pay us. And nice and slow, basically, every time you're doing it, the whole idea is when you bring it back, you really squeeze, and you don't really have to go all the way up, to be honest. You can just go up here and then go back and forth. Lekin agar aap really stretch and squeeze aspect isme bhi dalna chahte hain, then you have to go all the way up, pura muscle ko stretch karayen or squeeze karayen. Aaron, I wanted to ask you a question here. A lot of the times, it's a big myth, especially in Indo-Pak, that continent, that my trainer tells me, we get hundreds of emails, do not do behind the neck lat pull downs. Why?
The reason a lot of people don't want you doing behind the head lat pull downs or behind the head overhead shoulder presses because there's a theory that your scapula is going to grind against one another and it puts into a very uncompromised position of your shoulder girdle.
Okay.
What I've noticed is by performing behind the head lat pull down and behind the head shoulder press, I was able to actually develop more deltoids and more lower latissimus dorsi wings than I would be performing the traditional.
So there's no
exercise.
harm in doing it as long as the form is right, you know the biomechanics, you're doing the right set and the right repetition.
100%. You gotta learn from Sonny.
Oh, look at that, you got my name right.
Hey.
You know, there's another famous Sunny. It's called Sunny Leone.
Sonny Leone.
Here you go. Google. She's the most searched person on Google in 2016.
Okay. What
You
you
get
do?
it? Huh? Oh, she's just famous, very famous. You think we're famous? She's so famous. So we're gonna do 4 sets of 12 behind the neck lat pull downs. That wraps up हमारा back का workout. Let's move on. अब जब भी आप why we added हमने split back और arms की इकट्ठी की है because जब भी आप back का muscle लगा रहे हैं ना, anything that is pulling that involves your bicep as well. So जहाँ पे आपने pull किया है that involves your bicep. So आपके bicep already pump होंगे. Sallu bhai, come right here in the center. पहली exercise अब हमने करनी है. We're using an easy curl bar. We're doing 21s. So you know the drill, 21s. 7 इधर तक लाने हैं, 7 ऊपर से इधर तक लाने हैं और 7 पूरे rep रखने हैं. Key is using a curl bar. You probably body's tight. Pull your shoulder back. Chest out, arms locked in, and 7. That's it. Go all the way up. अभी सल्लू भाई ने इतना पंप होने नहीं मिला हुआ because of the fact कि हम सिर्फ आपको show करके दिखा रहे हैं. जब आप खुद ये workout करेंगे, you will really go through a nasty pump because by now your arms will be really tired. And let's go full range of motion. So 7 नीचे से, 7 ऊपर से, 7 full range of motion, and that's it. Now we're gonna move on to the next exercise, and Aaron can join me here. Now we're gonna do 4 sets of 21s on a preacher curl. Wider grip. Aaron, all yours.
Well, when it comes to doing the preacher curl, what I like is that you're able to get a lot more full extension of the bicep. If you bring the weight all the way down, that's going to stimulate obviously more growth in both heads of the bicep. When you're performing this here, if you're doing the 21s, you really want to focus on different ranges. When I'm doing the 21 range, I like to focus on the stretch phase, really try and control the eccentric and the negative contraction. And then when I'm focusing on the upper range, I really like to focus on the isometric contraction, holding it at the top. Obviously, your arm is going to be fully depleted and exhausted by the end of it when you're doing the full range, but that's where the challenge is, and we didn't come here for an easy workout.
There you go. So you're doing 4 sets of 21s on a preacher, which is again, bayar aapne rakhni hai. Let's wrap up the workout. Sorry, Lambi. Let's wrap up a workout with your 4 sets of 21 spider curls. Here you go. We're going to go for the close grip. Okay, same 21. 7 नीचे से आधे रखने हैं. 1, 2. Again, same concept. हमने पहले pump किया bicep को regular barbell curl से फिर preacher curl पे लेके गए हैं. And now we're finishing off with the spider. Go all the way up. और ऊपर से नीचे 7. Here you go. 1, 6, and 7. Now go full range of motion. Now we do 7 all the way down, all the way up. By the end of this, ये workout बहुत लंबा है. It's about 1 घंटा 15 मिनट का workout है. Back and bicep की split. If you do it right, you should feel the pump that will last couple of days. Guys, make sure.
देखिए जिस तरह अभी सिलीबो ने अपनी elbows आगे कर ली है ना, और it's gonna make it a lot harder for him to use his biceps and actually get that pump. So always try to put your elbows forward.
Guys, make sure to subscribe to our channel YouTube pe My Bollywood Body. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And special shout out and a thank you to, where did he go? Oh, right here, a big guy. I almost forgot. Mr. Joe Weider, Olympia's jacket holder. Eren Legend. Check him out on Instagram, and you can private message him for the nudes.